Alright, just like every good van lifer, YouTube celebrity or whatever, they do their rig rundown. On the last night of camping of the Big Wander, got tonight and then hotel and 2 nights Airbnb, and I will have completed 365 days on the Big Wander. So I'll do the rig rundown of how I got along over the past year here. So first, we'll start out where I'm at. Probably ended up doing about 200 or so nights camping. Probably about 150 of those were free, just like tonight. A lot of national forests, BLM land, stuff like that, and everything. And then, I had the odd hotel, Airbnb, staying with family and friends, stuff like that. So this is tent number 3, and it's gonna get taken back because it is too small. As you can see, the mattress is diagonal here. So the first 2 pretty much got brutalized by the wind, and that was all she wrote. So got the big sleeping bag, which isn't the best for warmth. It does well, but I like it because it's so spacious and everything like that. Gotta tuck the pillow in case the wind blows and you don't want dust all over your pillow and stuff like that. Been getting down into the high 20s when waking up in the mornings, so when it gets cold, I put this second blanket on top of my stuff. Kind of keeps a little bit more heat in, and usually I sleep with the bag upside down and just throw it over the top of my head like that and everything. And then the car is gonna end up probably with about 53,000 miles on it. And so a little bit dusty and buggy. The other night I went through a valley or a river crossing in northern Utah, and it was just filled with moths or flies or something like that. It just went crazy with the smashed bugs. Oh yeah, I've got a neighbor here. So let's see. In the cockpit here, nothing special. I got the Palo Santo stick to kind of keeps things maybe a little fresh. It's also a nice mask holder at times, and kind of a good luck totem, I guess. And this one I'm not pulling any punches. This is just how living is, so it's definitely kind of messy right now. Would always roll charging 1 battery pack in case you end up somewhere, so I don't have to run the car and can get the phone going and everything. And as you can see, shotgun's a catch-all, maps, food, clothing. Front seats usually had 3 gallons of water in it. I got the Camel back there as well, which is the only way that I was able to make all sorts of day hikes and everything. An extra gallon of water in the trunk just for emergencies. And then obviously the trash is right there as well. And then looking into the back, I brought along the travel base and a little amplifier, and that battery pack can power it. So I've just started at an old private base student that wanted to start again, and I said, all right, that's cool, but it's it's going to be here and there as far as times throughout the week, so she's fine with it, and it's been working out really well. And then we got the back seat here. It'll be back right. Got the cooler. This is an upgrade. I started out with just a junky Coleman, and a friend at Falcon County Park in Texas gave me this Yeti. He didn't need it anymore, so it's still in the little plastic Rubbermaid thing. It doesn't leak, but the other one would, especially if you're going around turns and the ice had all melted the water and everything. So it fit in there, so I just decided to keep it. It's nice layer of protection. Middle, kind of a catch-all, but also another tote. You know, I got Ziploc bags, random odds and ends, headlamps, flashlights, the Gorilla duct tape that fixes everything that breaks, and then the pack with most of my clothes, just everyday clothes, some layers and thermals and stuff like that are in the trunk, and then the pantry, which is once again another Rubbermaid tote. And I learned quickly you gotta have it. I went out on the road with the stuff in a Rubbermaid tote, but if you don't do that, the little mice will get into your vehicle through the little cracks, and they will eat all your food and then poop all over the place. So even with, I had it happen a couple times in like the first month I was out and about, but hasn't for a long while here. So we'll check the trunk out real quick, and that should be the end of it. See, pretty basic, extra clothes. This usually held the pot and pan. Got the tools back there. And then dirty clothes tote. And some of my flat tire repair stuff and everything like that. Usually just through the tent here. Didn't really bother to pack it up most times. You can hear that. Poor car's been on more gravel and unpaved roads than either it or I would like for it to have been, but it's soldiered through. Really the only issue, unfortunately, and it's been a recurring one, I picked up the flat tire. Somebody had thrown a screw out of their truck bed, most likely, in New Mexico. Probably only about a couple months into my trip, and then I got it patched, but then that patch wore out before the rest of the tires, and had to get new tires. And then the first set just wasn't right, throwing me around and everything, and so then I got another set, and then when they were changing that one out, they broke one of the studs for the lug nuts on the thing. And then the place that repaired it did a butcher job, and I couldn't get my tires rotated back in Seattle a month and a half ago. And so it's an ongoing thing that I'll have to deal with when I get back to Indiana here. But other than that, I'd say, if you want it, go and get it as far as this is concerned and everything. It's, as far as the camping, the free camping, like I said, probably about 150 nights worth of it. East of the Mississippi, few and far between. Between the Mississippi and the Rockies, it gets a lot better. And then once you're west of the Rockies, I mean, it's just bountiful, plentiful everywhere. Usually a lot of places, I like camping with people. And that's, it's a developed campground here. It is free. I mean, I guess developed. There are spots, and then there's a pit toilet. So, yeah, that's the rig rundown and how I've made this happen for 362 days and counting, and I'll get to 365 come Friday. Thank you for paying attention and following me in this journey. Good night, all.